James.
Was French.
Well done.
Filter 2.
A 2007 BBC program subtitled Spider Woman is about this artist, famous for her spider sculptures, one called Maman. Matea.
Who's Bozja?
Well done.
Plants and trees 16.
The dried leaves of the maidenhair tree are the source of this herbal supplement said to have memory-enhancing properties. Matt?
What's ginkgo?
That's correct. Ginkgo biloba.
Trees 12.
Well, the answer there. Another day we know. What are you waiting, Matt?
6,000, please.
Here's your clue in plants and trees. Acer rubrum is the scientific name for this colorful tree found in the eastern United States.
What's red oak?
Red maple. Acer is the maple. Got 3 on 0. Select again.
Trees 2.
No soil needed for air plants like the tillandsia seen here, which are also called this type, from Greek for upon and plant. Matt,
What's epiphyte?
yes.
Myth 2.
Medieval Europeans believed in a Christian land in Asia under this king with a 2-word name, and the Pope even wrote him a fan letter. Matt,
Was Prester John.
you got it.
Masters 2.
The CDC advises pregnant women not to change cat litter to avoid this 5-syllable parasitic
Ooh, I
infection.
forget. What's that called?
James,
Was toxoplasmosis.
Yeah, that.
you're correct.
Thanks, Melissa. Master 16.
He wrote the novel True Grit, but his funnier books, like The Dog of the South, won him a cult following. Matt.
Masters 12.
Bewildered diners in a
What?
sushi restaurant may use this Japanese word indicating chef's choice. James,
What is omakase?
that's right.
Masters 8.
With a fruit at the end of its name, this city on the Bay of Bengal was a French possession even in the time of British India. The fifth.
What's pondicherry?
Yes.
Masters 4.
This word for a small amount is often found before of applause. James.
What is modicum?
No, I'm sorry.
Round.
On that. The fifth.
What's smattering?
Smattering is right. I'm sorry, James. Modicum has been a Jeopardy response in the past. Mateo.
Before, during, and after 4.
International cocoa concoction for the unmarried Clue character, portrayed by Colin Jost's wife. Looks like 2 of you thought a fraction of a second too late. What is Swiss Miss Scarlet?
Or she just got terrified by this man flapping in the corner.
Kermit's colorful theme song about the group that nominated Ralph Nader and always
Feeling
spoiled
green?
the fun of festivities. Matt,
It's not easy being green party people.
that's correct.
Questionable music 2000.
On this White Album cut, the only non-title lyric really is "No one will be watching us." No one will be watching us. Why don't we do it anyway? Matt,
Questionable 16.
Culture Club hit the top 10 for the first time with this musical question, while making us cry with a killer chorus and reggae sound. That's it.
What's Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?
That's the question.
Questionable music 12.
In a 2019 single, Sam Smith asked this question of a lying lover. James,
How do you sleep?
that's the question.
800 questionable.
John Mulaney has an amazing story of selecting 21 plays on a diner's jukebox of this 1965 Tom Jones hit. James,
What's New Pussycat?
that's a diner you don't want to be in, right?
Questionable music 4.
We'll lend some credence to the category, as CCR sang, "And I wonder, still I wonder," this time. James,
We'll Stop the Rain.
right.
Fancy Trees 8.
This cactus that can reach 60 feet tall only grows about an inch in height during its first 10 years. James,
What's a saguaro?
yes.
Fancy Trees 4.
The nut-like seeds seen here grow on this Ohio State tree. Mateo,
What's the buckeye?
that's right.
Before, during, and after 12.
Last 4 words of our national anthem, as sung by an animated kitchen appliance and his German-style Pillsbury product. Matt,
What's home of the brave?
that's the time. Mateo,
What's home of the brave little toaster strudel?
that's correct.
Nice.
Before, during, and after 16.
Stacy's Mom Warblers put an actor in the band. Once a TV postman, he wandered seeking chivalry and adventure.
Something.
James,
It was Fountains of Wayne Knight Errant.
that's correct.
Before, during, after
I'd
2.
give it to you.
Numeric sci-fi book about a metaverse, a singular evening of passion, and the controversial right to use deadly force as self-defense. That would be Ready Player One, Nightstand Your Ground. James, 2 clues left.
Geography 4.
In Egyptian myth, This sun god sat in heaven, which was said to be supported by Baku and Manu, the mountains of sunrise and sunset.
Ra.
Taya.
Who's Ra?
Yes.
Sculptors. Bring it.
Finished award. Edgar Degas sculpted The Little Dancer, aged 14, complete with real ballet shoes and this
Tutu.
ballet skirt. Mattea.
What's a tutu?
Tutu is correct. Mattea, you're in second place. It would be a very different round if not for the sad difference between oaks and maples. But as it stands, James has been heading to Final Jeopardy. All three of you will be facing this category. Real people in Shakespeare. While they make their wagers, we'll take a quick break.
I think James is gonna win the whole thing. Just a guess.
For the first Final Jeopardy of the
doesn't have
night,
to
we're doing
wager anything.
No one does. No one
Here's your
does.
clue. In Shakespeare, this man is a rival of Prince Hal. In real life, he was older than Hal's father. 30 seconds, Masters. Good luck.
I feel like I know Shakespeare. Oedipus, is that Shakespeare? Can't. Ugh. Then Romeo. He's the only other guy I know. Never heard of thoughts that did any Shakespeare.
We'll begin with Matt Amodio, and this is 100 points. What did you write down, Matt? With the 10th. Afraid that's not correct. You wagered everything. You're down to 0. Mattea Roach had 11,200 points. They wrote down is Henry of Navarre. No, I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The wager was 314, leaving them with 10,886 points. Since that's out, if I remember correctly, Shakespeare not your favorite Final Jeopardy category. Get this right? You wrote down who is Richard II. Now this character in Henry IV is Hotspur. Hotspur is the anachronism there. So you're going to lose 908, dropping you down to 24,292 points. So that's good enough for first place tonight. 3 more match points go to you, and 1 for Mattea in second place. We already know James Bozja is headed to the Jeopardy Masters final.
Just making sure everyone can only have 1 point.
Semi-final game. Andrew,
Well,
Mattea, and Matt facing up for those last
Matt
two
Amodio
spots.
doesn't
Who
win
will
the
it
next
be?
one, he's
Find
out.
out after the
Yeah.
break. We're coming right back.
Welcome back to Jeopardy Masters from Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I don't know, I guess technically he could
Amodio.
he could get second and that guy could lose and then they'd be tied.
Andrew
Yeah.
and from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
I don't like her wave anymore.
Her what?
Her
Thanks, John.
wave she does
Now, in
every
this
day.
matchup, we have
Maybe it's the
three
face she makes
semifinals
while she does it.
battling
Her
out
little
for the two
anime
remaining
piece thing?
spots in the fight.
Not the piece
In other
thing, the
words,
wave.
it's a game of musical chairs at this point.
This.
Something's gotta give. Any combination
She
of
does
these
every
three
day.
players is still possible.
I think it's the face she makes while she does it.
That seems very,
Not with us, so that's gotta be a nice surprise.
anime lover wave. So I just associate
It's the
the
same
I associate the whole thing together.
every time.
Let's get into the game. Here are your categories
A lot of
in the Jeopardy round.
People who are in anime do that kind of stuff.
First up, some fictional castles. Then we have their occupational surnames, cooking weights and measures. Then the movies, It's the Silent Consonant. And finally,
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, your personal astrophysicist. When I was a kid, I came to the American Museum of Natural History to marvel at the universe. Today, I'll have clues about those marvels from my offices here.
as you might expect, there's a daily double.
Multiple offices?
Reveal to the home audience where that will be.
If you stutter.
Okay, let's start the game off first.
Movies 1000.
This 2000 film has a choreographer named Sparky demonstrating these are spirit fingers. Okay?
Let's Bring It On.
Yes.
Movies 8.
Robin Williams had a cameo as a mime class instructor in this film that Bobcat Goldthwait wrote, directed, and starred in. The cult hit Shakes the Clown. Mattea?
Never
Movie
heard of
6.
This Bill Murray Ghostbusters character has PhDs in parapsychology and psychology. Matt,
What's Bankman?
Peter Venkman is right.
Castles
Who?
1000.
Who is Victor?
The Castle of This Place, written in 1764 by Horace Walpole, is said to be the first Gothic novel in the English language. Matt,
What's a Toronto?
that's right.
Castles
I mean,
8.
if you say what, you
In
just
this
always get a
17th
pass.
century work,
I think you
Great
do.
Heart and
As long as you make it a
Honest
question.
rescue Mr. Despondency and Much Afraid, prisoners in Doubting Castle. Matt,
What's Pilgrim's Progress?
the book.
Castle 6.
This creator of Bertie Wooster wrote a series of stories about Lord
Woodhouse.
Kensworth's family, set at Blandings Castle. Andrew,
Who's Woodhouse?
you're on the board.
Cooking 1000.
This word from French for just a hint of an ingredient sounds like a way Mom calls the game to dinner. Matt,
What's Soupçon?
it's on, yes.
Castles 4.
Prince Adam of Eternia transforms into He-Man by raising his power sword.
I have the
By the
power!
power of
Grayskull.
this castle.
Castle Grayskull. Maybe?
We didn't have He-Man. By the power of Grayskull. Castle Grayskull. Back to you, Matt.
He said exactly like you did. Well, Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
The classic baseball stories collected in You Know Me
Apparently they're
Now.
making a new castle. Or a He-Man. Live action.
Lardner.
Lardner is right.
Occupational 8.
Precious metal worker who wrote the music for Chinatown and Hoosiers. Movie composer Jerry Goldsmith. Matt, back to you.
Occupational 6.
Four-time Kentucky Derby winning jockey from 1955 to 1986. Andrew,
Who's Shoemaker?
Shoemaker is right.
Universe 8.
Here's Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Jeopardy folks are unquestionably great, but these phenomena are the most luminous objects
A pulsar, I believe.
Matt,
What's Pulsar?
Oh, get out of here.
Andrew,
What are Quasars?
Quasar is right.
Movies 4.
Big screwball comedy involving Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, and a pet leopard. Matt,
What's Bringing Up Baby?
correct.
Silent Consonant 1000.
It's the silent consonant starting a word from Arabic for being. Andrew,
Repeat.
being, yes.
Universe 1000.
Here's Neil deGrasse Tyson again.
I take a special interest in this smallest of Uranus's 5 major moons. With its high cliffs and low gravity, if you dropped a rock, it would fall for 10 minutes. In fact, my wife and I gave my daughter the same Shakespearean name.
And the daughter Miranda. Andrew,
Occupational 4.
a variation on one who tradens birds of prey. This author relies on their body. Okay, this author. Correct.
Weights and measures 8.
It's one itty-bitty branch of an herb plant. One of rosemary is about 3 inches long. Andrew,
With a sprig.
that's it.
Silent Consonant 8.
In an old word for a compound produced in food by bacteria, it used to be found before poisoning.
Culture? Probably not.
That's the silent P at the start of tomine.
Oh, duh, silent.
Silent 6.
Penultimate is a synonym for mucus. Let me clear my throat. Matt,
What's Heat?
phlegm.
Cooking Weight 6.
This word indicates that a dry ingredient should be mounted over the rim of the measuring utensil. Matt?
What's Leveled?
No. That's it.
Heaping.
Opposite of level, yes, heaping.
Universe 6.
There's Neil again.
This facility at 81st Street off Central Park West has special meaning for me. I visited there as a kid, became starstruck.
National History Museum?
I'm the director.
I feel like he talks about that place.
What is the Hayden Planetarium?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely that.
Universe 4.
I knew that.
I was
As
gonna
soon
say,
as he said it, I was like, that's
the
it.
museum, you literally said that in his introduction.
So he's always talking about that place.
It's
Yeah.
400 points.
All right, putting it all at stake on the universe.
I knew it was some famous place in New York.
At age 14, I traveled to Africa to observe a total solar eclipse, an impressive event in which the moon blots out the sun, revealing only this outermost solar atmosphere.
Corona?
What is the Corona?
Corona's correct. You have 8800.
I bet it all.
Cooking 4.
Everyone's score across all the games.
Utensils? No problem. It'll help to know that this measurement is about the size of a baseball.
Cup.
Andrew,
What is a handful?
no.
Cup.
A cup? Really? It's not a baseball?
A baseball's about a cup.
What?
Andrew?
No way!
Silent
Yep.
4.
Get out of here.
In a
Baseballs are
word, the
bigger than
side
that.
post of a doorway. Matt,
What's B?
the end of Jan, yes.
Castles 2.
The real-life Amec Castle was used for this real-life fortress built by Godric Gryffindor and 3 others.
Hogwarts.
What is Hogwarts?
Hogwarts Castle, you got it.
Surnames too.
Roll out the barrel maker. Journalist who named his first son Wyatt. Matea.
What's Cooper?
Say Cooper, yeah.
Weights and measures 2.
A pat of this is equal to about 1 to 1.5 feet.
Butter.
And
What is butter?
Anya Taylor-Joy voiced this character in the Super Mario Bros.
Princess Peach.
Matea.
Princess Peach.
Peach, yeah.
Silent consonant 2.
Beginning another word for a jack in a deck of playing cards. Matea.
What's K?
In name, yes. And we'll finish off the board with Jeff Tyson one more time.
It was controversial, but I supported without giving it to dwarf planet status by this body, the IAU for short.
International.
Matea.
What's the International Astronautical Union?
That's correct. The good news is that takes you up to 2,800. The bad news is we don't get to hear Neil's mellifluous voice anymore. The Double Jeopardy is coming up right after this.
And people said that.
New Maven,
What?
he was first with us. Now he's at Cambridge, which means you spend a lot of
Not what you
time-
put in the
a
cup?
lot of history there, right?
It's like right
I
inside
did
the
the Freedom
cup,
Trail,
same
saw
size,
lots
but
of
it's
classic American icons.
I understood that. I just think that's wrong.
The whole time walking through it, I was like, that was
literally
that
hot at the people.
might be worth
Okay.
$2,000 one day.
It
and
seems
so forth. And so I'm either very
Bigger than I expected, maybe. I have to go look at what a measuring cup looks like.
Andrew is with us again. You haven't spent a lot of time in Boston recently, but Washington D.C., yeah, what were you doing there?
A wonderful city, made it even more wonderful. The fact that spent a lot of time with a bunch of Jeopardy alums. I think it's one of the most underrated parts of the whole experience.
You joined a fraternal organization. They wrote this practice, right? Now, we're taking your very first appearance on Jeopardy. We asked you what you most prized for Jeopardy. And you mentioned Jenna Jackson on extended vote for yourself.
Yeah. Well, it's not like permanent bonus, unfortunately.
She murdered him.
For the last 7 seconds. I'm making something to land here, and my mom is still thinking about the opportunity and that and all of that kind of opportunities and things and different sorts of things. So I wanted to see that action with this really to recognize the fact that it's not on my life. And also recognize I was actually scared off the bat when my dad died. And everyone who got productive and involved in talking but did not have asked about his support going through what is so elected and so far. Everyone who made sure that I did not have to continue fighting the legal family with my mom and my brothers. My whole family is so thankful for everyone here at Jeopardy for helping us through this really difficult time.
All of us here at Jeopardy are so sorry for your loss of life. And speaking of the dad, I've been wondering what the fuck's up. So glad you had the voice. Take a second. So the Jeopardy starts, yeah. Pick up your phone with us.
You probably didn't get it. Hey, rub it in.
Wow, Ken.
Followed by labor,
Hurt your insensitivity about the
finally,
submersible explosion.
He's just trying to sink her. He's just trying to sink her.
Born in American Paris, she was called the most busiest woman in America in 1919. She was born in 1991.
His mother Jones, Paul, sister.
You can make a move for first place if you want, Matt. Maybe you don't look up that big. Just move. Let's go closer. This gulf, being for Yemeni seaport, was once a haven for pirates, which is the hijacking of the Maersk, Alabama in 2009.
Was Paul of Aiden.
Aiden's right. We got 12,000 bucks.
Century 12.
12th century. Construction of it begins in 1176. The British nursery rhyme.
London Bridge.
A bit after. Matt.
Was London Bridge.
Yeah.
Century 16.
The answer there is the other name I don't know. In the absence of James Holzhauer, these are a lot easier to find.
Well, this may very well be the last time I ever say this, but 13,000 people.
Wow. He's going all in twice in a row. Here's your clue in century notes.
Does he say 13,200 often?
First, the written reference to this Blue Man group of present Scotland has been attacking Hadrian's Wall.
What's picked?
You did it.
It's like, sorry, actually, it's whose picks. None of your points have ever counted.
Who's Mel Gibson? Is that right?
Century 400.
I think so.
10th century. This Bohemian prince is murdered. Later, he would check in as a saint. Matt?
What's good, King Wenceslas?
Yeah, he was
I
good.
think he got his 3 points now.
Century
17th century. In 1642, the Mongols deposed to
It's gonna be hard to lose him.
and offered the job to the guy with this title. Andrew?
What is Khan?
No.
This is the only game without James, huh?
That's the title.
Century
In the
2000?
semifinals.
6th century. This B-list
They all
Roman
played 3.
translates
Yeah.
Aristotle into Latin.
So you won all 3 of those, wow.
That's Boethius. Sam?
Gulf 4.
The Gulf of Venice and the Gulf of Trieste lie at the northern end of this sea. Mateo?
It's the Adriatic.
Yes.
Gulf 8.
The seat of Pinellas County, this Florida Gulf Coast city, got its name when someone noticed springs with had really clear water flowing. Mateo?
Gulf 12.
The Gulf of Roses is part of this costa in northeast Spain, whose name can mean rugged as well as courageous. Mateo?
It's Costa Brava.
Right.
Gulf 2000.
The equator and prime meridian intersect in this gulf. It stretches from Cape Lopez in Gabon to Cape Palmas in Liberia. Andrew?
What is Gulf of Guinea?
Good for 2000.
Eponym 16.
CJD is short for this disease of the nervous system, named for a pair of
Chronic
German neurologists. Andrew?
joint disease.
Oh, it's spelled Jakob disease.
Correct.
Eponyms 2000.
An inspector general of infantry, he shaped Louis XIV's regular army. His name lives on as a drill master or disciplinarian. Matt?
What's Martinet?
From Jean Martinet, right?
Barons 2000.
The sky is blue because of the dispersion of light called this scattering, named for a British baron. Andrew?
What is Rayleigh scattering?
You got it.
Baron 16.
Instrumental in the revival of the Olympic Games, this Frenchman served as president of the IOC from 1896 to 1925. Andrew?
Who is de Coubertin?
That's right.
Barons 12.
This Danish author became a baroness upon marrying her cousin, Baron Thor von Blixen-Finnicke in 1914. Matt?
What's Innocent?
Innocent, you got it.
Labor 2000.
The 2009 Fair Pay Act was named for this woman who sued her employer, Goodyear, for pay discrimination. Andrew?
Ledbetter.
Amy Ledbetter Act, yes.
Eponym 12.
This plant that has brilliant scarlet, pink, or white petal-like bracts is named for a U.S. minister to Mexico in the 1820s. Matt?
What's Bougainvillea?
No, I'm sorry. Taylor Andrew. Named for Mr. Poinsett, the Poinsettia. Andrew?
Classic car 16.
Go Speed Racer Go, and When Speed Racer Went, in this car designed by Dad. Features included rotary saws and amphibiousness. Matt?
What's Mach 5?
Correct.
Classic car 2000.
In 1963, Fred Gwynne copped out on this sitcom, whose title was a question itself. A year later, Fred was a monster. Car 54, where are you? That's the question. Matt?
Labor Car.
Becky Pringle is president of this union, America's largest, with about 3 million members. Mateo?
What's the AFL-CIO?
No, I'm sorry. Andrew?
What's the Teamsters?
Also incorrect. Matt? The NEA, National Education Association. Back to you, Matt.
Classic car 12.
Wow.
This is the 1970s PI who drove a Sierra Gold Pontiac Firebird 3. If you don't leave your name and message, I'll get back to you. Andrew?
Magnum.
No, I'm sorry.
Ring Rider.
What's Rockford?
From the Rockford file, yeah.
Barons 8.
This baroness had a cameo.
Batmobile.
You can see in the background as King Andrew sings I Have Confidence.
Not this one, to be clear.
Matt?
On Craft.
Correct.
Labor 8.
Beeline term for a strike by a group of employees without the consent of their union. Mateo?
What's Wildcat?
You got it.
Labor 4.
The union rep within a workplace is the shop one of these. Former Labor Secretary Hilda Solis's dad was one. Mateo?
What's a shop steward?
Correct.
Barons and Baronesses 4.
This Shakespearean actor was knighted in 1947 and became Baron of Brighton in 1970 for his theater work. Mateo?
It doesn't look like it, but who's Laurence Olivier?
That is Olivier.
Okay, Eponyms 8.
This mythic king of Phrygia, who was punished by having food just out of reach, gave his name to a verb for that type of torment. That's it.
Who's Tantalus?
Yeah, we get Tantalus.
Eponyms for?
Servants of Lockmask House, the Irish residents of this land agent, were told not to work there, giving rise to an eponym. Matt,
Boycott.
Charles Boycott, yes.
Classic car 4.
Hats off to this 80s show, a shadowy...
Now it's Knight
Knight
Rider.
It does not exist. Andrew,
What is Knight Rider?
that's it.
Can we have Sam ask for it from the audience?
From the crowd. Here's your clue. Huggy Bear says, wood on the street is these two title cops who are driving a red Ford Gran Torino, also called the striped tomato. Andrew,
Or Starsky and Hutch?
that is correct. Taking you, let's see,
Not enough.
16,000 points. Not quite what you wanted, but an impressive comeback there after Matt found those daily doubles. All right, here comes Final Jeopardy. The category today will be opera and history. Interesting. We'll see if they like their opera after these words.
Oh, Steve Martin's there.
So
Two old Jeopardy favorites that pay straight
if
together.
the
Opera and
middle
history.
guy gets the second place, then isn't he in the other
Ultimately, the
guy?
last performance at the Vienna State Opera.
Yeah, then they don't know. Then they go down to questions or the rankings before that, probably.
Number
36. 30 seconds now. Good luck.
correct question.
Yeah. I bet it's points before.
Which she might get, 'cause she had that one game. She's on a roll.
Yeah.
Beginning with Potato Roach and their 6,400 points. The opera they thought of was, what is Lohengrin? You're on the right track. That is the right composer, but not the right opera, I'm afraid. It'll cost you 601 points, dropping you down to 57.99. Andrew, he was in second place. His response? What is married to Figaro? No, I'm sorry, although by a Viennese composer, I like that response. You wagered just 801, knocking you down to 15,199. Adamodio had the big lead after those bold daily double wagers. You've been trying a while. You wrote down, what an honor it is to share a stage with these wonderful people. It's true. We love our masters. In my heart, I'm going to give you credit for that match. Bishop Gameron, the Twilight of the Gods. So that'll knock you down to, didn't wager a single point, 32,800 for Matt. 3 match points for digging down and getting this win when he really needed it. Now, as we look at our leaderboard, James Holtzauer, we know, is taking it to the finals with 9 match points. Matt, thanks to that win, moves into second place with 3. By finishing second, Andrew earns 1 match point, pulling him into a tie with Mateo at 2 match points apiece. We go to the relevant tiebreaker here, which is the number of correct responses offered. Mateo, you gave us 50 correct responses in the semifinals. Andrew, he gave us 45.
Woo!
By a
High
margin
five.
of just 5 responses, Mateo Roach is headed to the finals. Andrew He, I'm afraid we have to say goodbye to you. One of the greatest tournament players in recent Jeopardy.
Go enjoy your
history.
child.
He headed home with 4th place and
100,000, yo! Sizable.
James in the Jeopardy Masters Finals. That all begins.
Well, I wonder how much each of them actually won on their stint on the show.
So long.
Because, like, Ken Jennings and them, they got over 1 million, right?
Pretty sure, even though James didn't win a big game, the Ken didn't win much.
Yeah, he was more
He was
reckless. Yeah, aggressive, yeah, exactly.
So, didn't beat him in money, but not
Yeah.
so you probably got
Which they value more, apparently.
over a couple million. Who values more what?
Which game values more. That's not right. They actually value questions answered. So never mind. I was just trying to think of tie breaking, but never mind.
Game
It's-
1.
I know. So.
There's number 1 and then question 6.
Happy Carter doesn't have cold.
I'm not convinced he doesn't. I don't think I got it there high enough.
Oh.
Despite his complaint.
Oh, he was like, you shot him. He was just rolling around on the floor in agony. You closed it, right? Good.
Yeah, the pepper. Stay a little, not looking at it.
It's fine. Let him out. I don't think he's gonna make that a regular thing. And she wasn't like traumatized. She just scared her, but she was fine. We all laughed about it.
He insisted that her door remain closed.
Yeah, well, Carter insisted that his door remain open, so he's into it. He wants to be woken up by a. We didn't do Daisy's thing because I was asleep with Carter when it went off, so we'll have to, I guess, do it tomorrow. Show every day. No one wants to do it right now. That too. She's probably in Carter's room. She was in the corner of Carter's room by his thing,